Greetings. We are 5D RPG, and dang nabbit, we are back at it again.
You're really hoping that dagnabbit sticks, don't you?
Yeah, I hope so.
You gotta have something.
Oh man, I can see the t-shirts now.
Dang nabbit.
Dagnabbit, we're at it again.
Tonight we'll be playing episode 3 of Highway of Blood, a Call of Cthulhu game set across West Texas during the sweltering summer of 1975. Last we saw our investigators, they had become unknowing participants in a sadistic ritual known as the Hunt, an epic car chase down the infamous Red Road, concluding with Timmy's failed attempt to steer Jack's Winnebago around the Dustbilly's vehicles and out of danger, the result of which found the Winnebago tumbling down an embankment and landing the gang unconscious. Jack and Timmy have woken up in what appears to be a prison cell of sorts. But where are Wallace and Janice? So with that, we'll leave Timmy and Jack for now, and we'll find ourselves with Wallace. Wallace, you come to in the same foggy haze. You are laying down, and as your eyes come to and you're able to take in your surroundings, there's this bright light hanging overhead, and you appear to be strapped to a table by your ankles and your wrists.
Don't probe me, bro. Can I see anything beyond the bright light, or?
Yeah, it looks like an examination room of some sort, a beaten down hospital examination room. Crackling ceiling paint is pale blue. The walls and floor are covered in dull white tiles. There are 3 examination tables in total and a few shelves along the north wall. Some of them are like transparent, you can see into them, and they appear to be stocked with surgical medical implements like pill bottles and other medical paraphernalia. The room is poorly lit other than this long fluorescent light fixture hanging above you. The examination beds seem to have blood and stains all over their what seem to be once white sheets.
That's not sanitary. That's terrible for standards.
There's thick leather straps attached to each corner, and you're strapped into this examination table. Give me a spot hidden roll as you take in the room as well to see if you can pick up on anything else.
I don't think that's gonna be enough. I think mine is 44. Oh no, my spot hidden is 50. Yes, that's a success.
You notice along the southern wall 2 tall cylindrical tanks of what seem to be pressurized gas. One is labeled oxygen and the other is labeled N2O. There are several dirty face masks hanging on the wall near these tanks. It's pretty nasty. Also seem to be, your face is wet.
Why is it wet? How much movement do I have? Can I move my neck to look downward, or is my head strapped in place as well?
No, it's really just your ankles and your wrists.
Oh, so like upper body and stuff, I have some freedom there.
Yeah, the straps are pretty tight, but they're leather straps. It's like old school.
Am I able to try and wipe my face on my shoulder sleeve and see what it looks like?
Yeah, you can do that. Your shirt is torn and ripped and tattered, but you kind of wipe your cheek onto your shoulders, and if you look over, yeah, it's just bright red blood.
All right, I guess they were still patching me up. What do they want with us? Oh, God. Is there any table near me with some surgical tools? Or is it all on that shelf?
Yeah, there's a rolling cart. I wouldn't say close to you. It's between you and another examination table. And it seems to have some pliers and some little, like, dental pokies.
The examination tables, do they look like they're bolted into the ground, or are they, like, on wheels?
The other 2 seem to be on wheels.
All right, so presumably mine is also on wheels.
Yes.
All right, can I just try and like pelvic thrust my way over to the table with the instruments that I could possibly cut myself free with?
So you kind of throw your hips around and try and wheel your table over to the other table.
I was saving those moves for marriage, but I guess now's a good time as ever.
You hear some talking outside of the room that you're in.
Does it sound like it's just passing, or does it sound like they're heading this way?
If you give me a listen roll, you might be able to pick up a little more.
I don't think my listening's that good, but let me check. No, my listening's a 40. I'm going to try and slow my breathing, and I'm going to try and push the roll.
Okay, this worked very well last time, so this is exciting.
Well, what are they going to do? Kill me? They would have done that by now. So I'm just going to calm myself, try and lower the amount of static noise that I'm naturally making. Stuff that you wouldn't hear if you were like standing next to me, but I hear because like, you know, my heart beating and all that good stuff. And I'm going to try and listen really hard.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. So my eardrum burst.
Okay, so you start to listen very carefully. You slow everything down, you slow your breathing down, you're really trying to listen. You don't notice that you've shifted all of your body weight onto one side of the table, like you're sort of like leaning as much as you can given the restraints. And the examination table starts to lean, like come off the ground on one side, and you fall. The table falls with you strapped into it. And I'm gonna roll to see if you take any damage.
You just die from table.
I'm unconscious.
You take critical table damage.
Oh, if he falls unconscious with a major wound, then he has to make Constitution saves each round or die.
No. The people talking outside will come in and stabilize me.
They will probably hear the crash.
What kind of hospital are you running?
See if you kill yourself. You take 2 damage as you come crashing to the ground. You actually knock over the other table, the one you were trying to get to, and all of the medical implements crash to the ground as well. And there's a old school bone saw.
Well, is it a smaller knife implement near my hand?
With a failed push roll, no.
All right, guess I'm hacking through my arm.
But yeah, you like smack your head on that bone saw. You have a big gash across your head.
Bigger than the one that I was already bleeding from?
Yes.
Do I hear the people who are murmuring? Are they like on their way or?
Yeah, so you just hear, wait, what in the hell was that? And you hear footsteps heading towards the room that you're in. The door will fly open.
I'm just gonna play dead. Like, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm passed out. I'll try and like be aware of like what's going on, but like I'm just gonna like try and like, oh, I'm passed out. You guys fucked something up. Save my life.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are not terribly smart. I'm not gonna ask a roll for that. That'd be pretty easy to kind of like get that by them. He comes in and he says, what you done got yourself into? He's gonna come over. In a big heave, he stands you upright. He'll turn around and he's gonna go shut the door behind him.
While he's doing that, can I try to hold on to the bone saw as it props me upright and just pray that he doesn't see it?
Yeah, you can give me a sleight of hand roll as you try and palm. Ideally, the bone saw. The bone saw is kind of big, but we'll see what you can grab on your way up.
Nope, that's a 78.
Okay, do you care to push the roll?
No, I'm gonna hold off on my luck there.
So you try and grab it, and it's at the edge of your fingertips, and you're trying to like push it into your palm, and it just slips right out as he stands you up. He shuts the door, he comes back, and he's bent over. He's picking up all of the implements from that cart that had knocked over. He's just muttering to himself. What in the hell? It's just, every day is something out here. It's just, things ain't ever easy.
At this point, I'm gonna pretend to like wake up, like, what's going on? What happened? Where am I? Who am I? Oh, everything's just a blur.
Says, it don't matter who you are.
Oh, that's sad to find out I don't matter. Who are you?
Oh, me? Shoot, my name's Curtis.
Oh, Curtis, that's a lovely name. Say, these things are awfully tight, so what's going on here?
We was just fixing you up a little. You gotta be nice and cleaned up when we put you in the freezer.
Oh, I'm actually quite comfortable out here. I don't think I need to go in the freezer. I mean, you're supposed to be cleaning me up. I feel like there's a huge gash on my head for some reason.
Well, there sure is. You done fucked yourself up again.
Maybe do a medical check and give me a hit point back.
So he's picking up all these tools. He's gonna set you up straight. He bends down. He's like brushing off his knees now. He says, I gotta go tend to some duties now, but don't you go nowhere.
Yeah, no, definitely. What was your name again? Jim?
Curtis.
Right, Carly.
He looks like puzzled, and then he just turns around and he's gonna head out the door.
All right, I'm assuming I'm perspiring quite a bit because this has been very nerve-wracking. Can I try to slip one of my hands out?
Sure, give me, let's see. Is there an appropriate skill?
Give me a sweaty roll.
A sweaty roll.
Oh, I've got an 80 in my sweaty.
Yeah, give me a palms are sweaty. It should be somewhere near Mom's spaghetti.
Yeah, just give me a strength roll to try and slide your hand out.
All right, so my strength is 70, so that's a pass.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what is it, a hard success?
Yeah, hard is half and extreme is fifth.
Yeah.
That's a hard success. I'm very sweaty.
You're able to slink one of your hands out from the leather restraint. It'll be your dominant hand.
Am I able to get the rest of the restraints off with that one free hand?
Yeah, you should be able to reach over and undo your other hand.
All right, I'm gonna go over to like those medical supplies. Are there any like painkillers, or I'm assuming there's like some bandages and whatnot?
Yeah, give me a luck roll to see if there's anything there that you think you would be able to use.
My luck is 63, so that's a success.
Yeah, there's some painkillers, some bandages, some gauze.
If I do a successful first aid, would that give me a hit point back?
Yes.
Would I possibly be able to get advantage since I have some of the stuff here to like kind of make that easier?
Sure.
Okay, so then a D10 to see if that's better. All right, yeah, no, I'm having a hard time here. Ah, damn it. Janice is the one who does all the medical stuff, I think.
You start fumbling around with the pills and you start getting confused between what the names are. You're just not really sure.
Think what Jack would do. Take all of them.
No. I am going to just take what I can that I think might be useful. You know, throw them in my pockets, like for some of the pills.
Okay.
There was a hacksaw, but is there something more of a regular knife that I could use as like a weapon? I feel like a hacksaw would be a little bit not great.
Yeah.
If only there was a nurse, perhaps with the male persuasion.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Tim's gonna know how to use these.
You can give me a luck roll to see if maybe there's something in there that might make a better tool than the saw.
All right, that is successful.
Yeah, there's, not a knife per se, but there's an old dirty scalpel. It seems to be sharp.
That's gonna have to suffice. All right, I gotta get out of here.
So you've freed yourself. You're in this room. The door is shut. You do still hear voices outside, more than one. And we'll leave you there for a minute while we go over to Janice. Janice, you too awaken from your stupor. You open your eyes now, you're very groggy, and you come to, you're in a dark room. It's not very well lit at all. You're in a bed.
Oh.
There's no pillow or sheets, but it's a mattress. It seems to be a very minimalist bedroom. There's like a desk, but that's pretty much it. The wallpaper is teddy bears. You're in just this teddy bear room and you wake up on a bed.
She's gonna slowly try and get up. I'm assuming she's probably hurting.
Yeah, I will say you lost 2 of your fingers in the car accident.
Oh.
It's going to be your middle finger and your pointer finger on your left hand.
Well, that's a shame of one of them. At least I got the other. She's gonna slowly stagger up and just glance around the room, see if there's anything remotely familiar with what's going on here.
Oh yes, this is exactly like the last time I was kidnapped.
Am I in the same clothes?
You're in like a nightie, a pajama-like dress.
Oh, that's unsettling. She's gonna stagger about, gonna start looking for a light switch or a lamp, something.
There's a little drawstring lamp in the corner you can turn on.
You'll go to turn that on.
It's now illuminated, but there's not much going on in there. There's like a little tiny rectangular window in the door looking out, and you hear other people as well, but they appear to be on the other side of the walls, to the left and the right. And they seem to be just murmuring. It seems pretty incoherent.
Can I try putting my ear up against the wall and listening?
You can give me a listen roll.
That's a 57. These walls are thick.
Yeah, there's somebody on each side of you, and they just seem to be kind of murmuring incoherently. You can't really make out anything particular.
Is there anything I can pick up weapon-wise, even if it's just a blunt? Anything I can hold in my hand?
There's the lamp sitting on the desk that you turned on. You might be able to hit somebody in the head with that.
It's a good option.
Maybe if you broke the desk, like a leg off the desk, you could do that maybe. But there's not much going on in here. The bed frame is a steel frame bed frame.
Well, can't do a pillow.
It's true.
I'll probably unplug the lamp and carry it close to me, and I'll start making my way to the door, seeing if I can look out that.
Okay. If you look out, you see a stoutly gentleman. Looks worse for wear. He's all dirty. These are hillbillies, legitimate hillbillies. They look all inbred. And he's just kind of like pacing up and down a long hallway. He goes as far as you can see to the left, and then he fades out of sight. And then a little while later, if you're looking, you'll see him come back.
Assuming, like, if I were to enter the hallway, he'd see me?
Yes.
She's gonna sit down and have, like, a little panic attack. Because, like, her worst fear was like, okay, these are definitely the guys. This is not a safe place. So she's having a mini panic attack, and she's going to stagger up shakily, and she'll continue to watch. Is he the only one she can see?
Yeah, he's the only one that you're seeing. But I will say that reaction sounds like it might call for a sanity check.
Probably would, yes. I suppose if I was an unkind keeper, I suppose I would ask that of my player. What do I got to roll?
You're going to roll just against your sanity, and if you fail, you're going to lose sand.
Sanity is 65.
That's a success.
I compose myself, get up to the door, and I'm going to watch him. Is there another corridor or something, a different way I could go that's not the way he's patrolling?
So you will still lose 1 sand, but it looks to be a long corridor that extends to the left. And if you look to the right, it seems like it extends further to the left than it does to the right. He disappears out of sight to the left for quite a while before he comes back. And to the right, he leaves your view and then he's back in your view again.
When he goes to the left, I'm going to try and get out. I'll go down that corridor real quick, see if it extends. If not, I might try and sneak into a different room.
Ah, that would work, Janice, if the door was not locked.
Okay. Was there a blanket or anything?
There's a very thin sheet on the bed.
Was there drawers or anything?
We'll say there was a single drawer on that desk.
I am going to try and collect little things in this room. Were there teddy bears or was it just like a wallpaper?
We'll say there was a single teddy bear on the bed with you.
I'm going to try to make it seem like there's a body under the sheets. I'll shut the light off so it's dark. Is there any light switch to this room, like by the doorway or anything?
No.
Okay. I'm going to try and get to a corner, a way to where, like, coming in, you would have a hard time seeing me, if not see me at all, and just eyes on the bed. And I'm going to scream bloody blue murder.
I like it. I like it. That's innovative. Okay. So you scream as loud as you can. You hear, "What the fuck is happening now?" This guy comes rushing in, swinging the door open. And he stands there for a second as his eyes adjust to the dark room, and he sees the shape of a body in the bed. And he'll walk over to the bed, and he's going to start basically, if it was a person, like roll you over.
Once he gets there, I am going to try to get out of the room and close the door and lock it behind me.
Okay.
Hey, quick question. Do I hear like a what the fuck coming from like outside my door or no?
It's a good question. Yes, you will.
Oh.
You'll hear a scream, and you'll hear, "What the fuck?" And then it kind of goes quiet. It's not right outside this door. It does seem kind of muffled, like maybe it's in your area, but not like super close.
Well, let me know if I have a chance. I want to just poke my head out the door to look down and see what's going on, if I think it's safe.
Okay. So this door also has a small window pane.
I'm going to just look through the window pane to see if there's people near me or if they're all going towards that screen.
If you look out the window pane, it too is a hallway that extends to your left and to your right. You can see the whole length of this hallway, though. It's not very long. You can see the wall on the left and the wall on the right. And you see that guy who came in to help you.
Mm-hmm. Curtis.
And he is on the left part of the hallway. And he seems to be looking through a doorway. And he has a quizzical look, trying to see what the hell's going on.
I'm just going to keep an eye on this scene and see what happens.
Okay, and then Janice, you can give me, I guess, a stealth check to see if you can sort of sneakily sneak around the door and shut it on him.
I'm not exactly trying to be stealthy. Like, the minute I feel like it's clear, I'm booking it and closing and locking the door behind it.
Okay, so maybe some sort of dexterity roll.
Can I push my luck?
You sure can.
All right.
Don't do it.
No, this is my favorite. I love this.
So I feel like I get to the door, but like I make some sort of noise. And so like I try and rush it a little bit faster, trying to get it through, thinking he's going to turn any second. Oh, man. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, 93.
Janice, you're rushing. You don't pick up your foot enough, so you get that like basketball squeak. He looks over behind him like, what the fuck was that? Then you take off. You had the lamp, right? You were holding the lamp.
Yeah.
The cord to the lamp is dragging on the ground. It trips you. You fall flat, going on the ground in the doorway.
Do I happen to see her come out of the doorway?
Do not. You just see this other guy looking down the hallway. And we're going to come back to you two. We're going to check over with Jack and Timmy in the cell that they're in.
All right.
So Jack and Timmy, you guys have woken. You've kind of like taken a gander around this cell that you're in. I don't know how much you remember about the room that you're in, but...
Oh, it's absolutely gross. There's a grating in the middle.
Yeah.
There's the door. There's a window in the top wall. And then there's a shit bucket.
There's also a pile of clothes and trash.
Is the grate just going through the floor a solid piece and not movable? Or does it look like it has like latches and stuff?
It's kind of built into the floor. Maybe you could lift the grate up, but it doesn't seem easy.
Hey, Deb, let's see if we can maybe like move this grating on the floor. Maybe we can get out of here.
All right.
We're going to try to see if we can dislodge the grating at all.
Does it look like the grating is bolted in? Can we see screws in the corners or anything like that?
Yeah, there's no screws. It's kind of just like manhole style.
Okay.
The grate's kind of small. You can just barely get your fingertips through the openings in the grate.
In that case, we can thread some of that clothing through there and then try to pull on that instead.
The grate is a 2-foot square.
Oh, that's just way smaller than I thought.
Jack, give me a spot hidden roll as you're piecing this plan together and looking at the grate.
I suck at that. But I passed! 12! Sweet. That was a hard success.
You notice that around the edges of the grate a stone is sort of loose a little bit. You could potentially move the grate out of the way.
Okay. See if you can like dig out a little bit of that, unearth like an edge of it some more. If it's loose or something like that. Not then going back to the same plan of trying to get a bunch of the cloth, move it through so we have more leverage to pull on it.
So you can try and loosen up the stones and then feed the cloth through the grate?
Yeah, and try to pick it out through the other side.
Are you just doing it, or are you both going to try and pull on this?
We're both going to try, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a combined strength roll between the two of you.
Okay. That's a failure on my end. Like, really bad.
You could follow the trend, push it. Push the
Timmy, are you going to roll your strength as well?
Yeah, I am. Let's see. Ooh,
Wow.
bitch.
Yeah, Timmy.
Is that an extreme?
It would be an extreme success.
Okay. Being that Timmy got an extreme, I'll counter Jack's failure. So you guys are pulling, and Timmy, he's able to like dig his feet into the ground as much as he can. And Timmy definitely takes the brunt of the movement, and you guys are able to flip the lid completely onto its opposite side and off of the grate.
Awesome.
But give me a group luck roll. So whoever has the lowest luck between the two of you, roll your luck.
Yeah, mine's 60.
My luck is 56.
So it would be Timmy's roll.
25.
Nice.
That would be a hard success.
Nice.
So the grate flips over, but it doesn't seem to attract any unwanted attention. So now you've exposed the opening of this drain.
Time to get us ourselves out of here, I think.
What is either of your size?
I'm 65.
I'm 55, so I'm a little bit smaller.
This is going to be very tight for either of you. You're not really going to be able to fit down there. But Jack, you remember those loose stones, and you feel like you might be able to work with that to get yourselves down there, maybe. At least Timmy being 55. As Keeper, I'll tell you, you need a 50 size to go down there.
Damn. Are the walls, like, easily scraped?
I wouldn't say easily. It would take time if you had something else besides your fingers to scrape at them.
I don't think slightly decomposed bones is going to do the work.
It may.
Well, how big are these bones?
If you go over and check that pile, you could give me a spot hidden roll to see if you find anything.
Oh, cool. I did. 18.
You're going to find two things. You find a deputy sheriff badge. The badge reads Brewster County. Slightly bent. Being that you're not in law enforcement, it doesn't mean anything beyond that. And you're also going to get a set of matches. Small box, reasonably dry stick matches, tucked in the breast pocket of an old shirt. There are 11 matches remaining.
Man, if I don't even have a joint to use these, what's the point? I want to try to use the sheriff's badge as a scoop. See if it'll work on that loose flooring.
You're going to need 5 consecutive strength checks using a tool to dig at these stones. Each check is going to represent 30 minutes of time.
Oh, shit.
As you scrape away at the mortar. And then we're also going to need luck rolls to make sure that during that time, you're not being too noisy or attracting any unwanted attention.
So let's do a little bit. It's going to take forever.
Yeah, it's not going to be a quick thing. It's going to take some time for you to dig through there. Timmy, with a 55, you could potentially squeeze down there, but we would need some rolls as well. But in order for Jack to go down, you'd have to dig. 65 is just going to be too large to fit.
Okay. So we have the bucket of shit.
Yep.
Always good to have.
We have the organic matter.
Yes.
Really nice bonus.
The grate's in the middle of the room.
It's like more off to the side.
How heavy is the grate?
It's pretty heavy. It's a 2-foot square metal steel grate.
Is it too heavy for one of us to pick up individually? Like with a strength 70?
Yeah, 70 you could probably pick it up. It's going to take 2 hands.
Cool.
Can we look underneath the door, see if we can see anything on the outside?
There is a gap under the door. You could look out there from under the door.
Okay.
Yeah, is there a door handle on our side?
No, there's not.
Damn.
Okay. I say, Jack, listen, I think I have an idea.
I'm all ears, buddy.
I need you to stand over by that human pile over there and take maybe 1 or 2 shirts. We're going to light that on fire.
Ooh.
Sounds good to me.
We're going to scream for help and make it seem like that shit just spontaneously combusted. That it is the wrath of God coming down.
And it's probably a good time to mention that you are at 1/5 of your health.
Right.
Oh, yes. We started this. We determined that everyone is at 1/5 of their health, having been stabilized enough, but still wounded.
Woo, I got 2 HPs.
Yeah, Wallace had 3.
So check it out, man. You're gonna make a scene, get that shit going. We're gonna try and lure somebody in here, and I'm gonna bash their fucking head in with this grate.
I dig it, man. Yeah, Jack's gonna go over there and he's gonna start peeling apart, like fraying out the threads to make it very easy to ignite. Because I might know a thing or two about starting fires. Well, 20 blaze it. I'll get to that and try to make like a decent knotted fire thing to start making the smoke and stuff.
Do you have any sort of arts and crafts ability?
Let's see.
Perfect time for arts and crafts.
I have a whole 5 for arts and craft. I was thinking more of along the lines of just spraying it out and just like tying it up.
I guess that's true, right? Just lighting a match, essentially.
You're not trying to make it look pretty?
No, I'm trying to make sure it burns right.
Yeah, you're able to light it up pretty quickly. It's just some old tattered rags, and you're able to get a little fire going. Probably takes a little bit for it to really catch and start making some smoke.
Right.
Perfect.
But yeah, you guys are screaming at the top of your lungs.
Yep. You're like fire in a movie theater.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the grate and position myself kind of in the opposite corner in the room, enough so that when this guy walks in, I'm kind of out of view from him, so that he wouldn't immediately notice me.
The smoke fills the room and starts billowing out of the little window. No one comes immediately, so maybe the room's filling up with a little more smoke than you had anticipated before anybody arrives.
Great, camouflage.
Give me a constitution roll from both of you guys.
Whatever you guys do, don't push your luck.
I got an 86. That's a fail.
Okay, maybe push it.
I got a 57. I'm going to use 2 luck points to pass.
So Timmy, you're pretty good. Where you are in the corner of the room is pretty far from the pile, and you're able to hold it together. Jack, you're having a bit of a tough time. You're starting to go into a bit of a coughing fit from the smoke. And then at this time, the door flies open, and 2 of these guys come rushing in, and they're waving their hands around, trying to push the smoke. It's like, what the hell's going on here? Come on now. They're sort of standing in the doorway, pushing the smoke out of their face, trying to see what the hell's going on.
When they come in, whichever one ends up like kind of behind the other one, I assume they would come in one at a time. I'm gonna try and take out the back guy by swinging and cracking his head with this metal grate.
Okay, just give me a fighting brawl, and I guess as long as you don't fumble, you're gonna get this guy, because he's not expecting it. He's not like trying to fight back or anything, so.
Boom, I passed.
Yeah, you're able to kind of swing this grate, and you're able to sort of get a little momentum and swing it up, and you crack him in the side of the head, and he falls to the ground, motionless.
Okay, does the other guy notice immediately, or is it smoky enough?
Or can we double team him and throw him in the room and lock the door behind us?
It's kind of tight quarters. They kind of came bumbling through the doorway. He's going to notice the guy in the side of him just falling to the ground, and he's going to turn around and he's going to see you holding the grate.
I want to clumsily tackle him from behind. Can I do that?
So let's see, between Jack's dexterity and the Dustbilly's dexterity, we'll see who gets an opportunity to react first.
Okay. Yeah, I got 55.
75 for Dustbilly. So yeah, he's going to react first. He's basically going to tackle Timmy to the ground.
Can I make an opposing dodge?
Yep. So you can either fight back or dodge.
And for fight back, I would need to hit with my brawl again.
Fight back, the attacker wins the tie, and dodge, the dodger wins the tie.
Brawl has a better chance.
Yeah, it does. If he's going to tackle me, I'll fight back, and I'll do so by like kind of lowering the grate to see if he kind of clocks himself with it on accident, you know?
I failed my attack.
I failed with a 68. I needed a 40.
I rolled a 75, so we both got a hard failure. But as the attacker, I win the tie. He's going to hit you, or at least pin you to the ground. So you're prone at minimum, so you're going to have a penalty die in your attack rolls. And attack rolls against you will have bonus die, but I'm also prone because I'm laying on top of you, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's not weird. Well, anyway, we're both prone on the ground. Jack.
I'm going to grab the bucket of shit and try to shove that bucket right over this guy's face.
Perfect.
Don't put something in the scene if you don't want it used.
That's true.
Give me a fighting brawl. He will...
Eat shit and die.
He's gonna dodge. He's not really in a position to fight back because he's trying to grapple Timmy. But he will try and dodge.
Can I get an advantage out of that?
Yeah, because I am prone.
Oh.
Can I spend luck on that?
You can spend luck on an attack roll, yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you have advantage, right? But do I have disadvantage?
I would think so. Yeah, you're prone and you're
I'm
outnumbered.
spending.
And you're
eight.
hugging
Yeah.
me.
Gently embracing me.
But I don't have disadvantage for being prone. I get a penalty die for attack rolls, but not for dodging.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. Well, in that, I did roll a 12 on my dodge.
You do not have to eat shit.
But you can if you want to.
It's an option.
How much of a success is that dodge?
It's not quite an extreme success, but it is a hard success.
Let's see, how much luck would I have to burn to make this equal?
I win ties. You have to be one level higher than me, so you would have to have an extreme.
Well, if I burn close to 30 luck, I can make it an extreme success for me.
Is it worth it?
I think so.
There's still so much story.
Want to make a bet? We're trying to crumble both these guys and get out.
Yeah, neither of us can really take any hits.
That's true. If you get hit, you're done.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going to go through 28 of my luck,
Perfect. That's what I was going to suggest anyway.
and he's eating shit. He's going to be completely blinded, head totally in that bucket.
You run over to him and you slide this bucket full of piss and shit that's probably been building up for who knows how long right over his head. You basically pull him off of Timmy in doing that. And this guy is just sitting on the ground, and the shit in the bucket is so thick, it's like molasses. His head is almost like stuck in the bucket.
That's so gross.
Does he have to make a sanity check? That seems pretty traumatizing.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll sanity for this guy.
Yes, demoralize.
No, he did pass his sand check. We rolled a 39. This guy's used to pretty disgusting and foul things, so
Yeah, but this is on him.
that's true. He's preoccupied now with this bucket of shit all over him, so you guys can't escape and lock the door on him if you so choose.
I'm going to like drag Timmy up, and we're going to shut this door and try to lock it.
I want to bring the grate with me, though.
But definitely.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need that.
It is going to require both hands to drag this thing around.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll jump back to Wallace in the exam room. So you've heard this screaming, kind of sounded vaguely familiar for a split second. There's a commotion going on kind of outside of your room.
And that's the only guy that I saw, right?
Yeah, is the guy that came in. If you're still looking out that window, he's looking down that hallway through the door. He's like squinting his eyes, trying to like look and see what the hell's going on in there. And you can just see him like doing that on the other side of your door.
I'm gonna kind of come out, try to sneak up on him, and I think I'm just gonna stab him in the neck.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
We're going to do a stealth roll.
Would I have advantage on that since he is kind of preoccupied?
Well, here's the thing. When you step out into the hallway, he's basically going to be on your left.
Okay.
You're not really coming up like truly behind him. There's a possibility he could see you out of his peripherals, is what I'm saying.
Instead of being stealthy, can I just be quick and just like, ah?
Rush him?
Well, yeah, I can get him by surprise.
You are pretty close. When you open the door, he's basically going to be on your left, and he's going to be facing the opposite wall, which is that door looking down that hallway. So you could rush him, do a fighting brawl. He's not going to have time to react, so this is going to be just straight against him. He's not going to be able to fight back or dodge this.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
Holy shit.
it's an extreme success.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that means max damage.
So max damage is going to be, it's a D4 plus 1 because of my build. That's going to be 5 damage.
Yeah, you kill this guy. What does it look like as you whip open the door and just rush him?
I'm just going to like dab him in the neck and try and like bring him down to the ground. As like the light flashes from his eye, you're like, I know your name's Curtis. And then I'm just going to pull the knife out.
You're a monster.
He gurgles as he tries to speak. "Yeah, what a little bastard." He's just bleeding out on the floor. His neck slit open.
Can I look over to where like I heard the woman screaming?
So in the hallway that you are in, it's a pretty short hallway. There's a door at the opposite end of the hallway. And then there's the door to the exam room on the left. And then where you're currently standing, there's a door on the left. And then there's a door on your right. And the door on the right is the one he was looking down, is that long hallway.
And do I see Janice just on the floor?
Yes. Give me a spot hidden roll as you look down the hallway.
It's a 20. I needed a 50.
Yeah, you see her on the floor, sort of trying to scramble back up to her feet.
I'm just gonna like rush over and help her up. Like, oh, Janice, honey, you all right?
Close the door!
Oh, shh, 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 shh.
He's immediately going to just try and close and lock the door.
All right, you're able to do that.
Are you all right? Does she look better than I do? I just have like this huge gash.
She was at 3 hit points.
She has a few less digits than you.
Oh, honey, your favorite finger.
She's going to start crying and like just weeping and holding him as tight as she can. Like she's terrified.
All right, honey, we'll get you another one. It's gonna be fine. They make all sorts of things for amputees these days. We just, have to survive this hell.
We'll do a sanity check from Wallace as the adrenaline comes down from him having killed somebody and rushed over here. Seeing Janice sort of like brings him back to reality, and the reality is setting in of what is happening.
Oh God, I killed a man.
Without my revolver.
Your revolver sitting by that bridge somewhere.
Oh God, I can't believe I cheated on my revolver like that. Oh, that is the most success I've had all night.
Wow.
Well, you know what? It's fine. I'll get another revolver. It's gonna be fine.
Have you lost sanity at all, Wallace?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I think you gained some after that roll. That was a 1 in 100.
I was gonna restore some of your sanity, but yeah, no, this is
Just another day at work.
Well, honey, when I become a police officer, I'm gonna have to get used to this kind of stuff.
your hero complex is stirring.
All right, we don't have to kill a couple more, and then we'll be out of here.
What's a couple more bodies after the one?
I am gonna check the body of Curtis there, see if he's got anything good on him.
Is the guy locked up doing anything?
Yeah, he's just banging on the door.
She's gonna like not really scream loud, but like make a nervous sound and just follow Wallace, gripping her lamp. She's wrapped the cord around the lamp this time,
Okay.
but she's gripping her lamp for dear life.
Perfect. And she's just in her like nightgown.
And can I just quickly pat down Curtis, see if like he's got like an actual weapon on him?
Yeah, so you guys make your way back down that hallway and into that little corridor outside of the exam room. And yeah, you could do a quick check of Curtis. Give me a luck roll.
Oh, that's 31. That's pretty good.
The Dustbillies, you don't really carry guns on them.
Call yourself a hillbilly and not a gun?
It's America and Texas.
Fake news.
At least not outside of the hunt or in this compound. But he does have a medical syringe gun. And it's loaded.
What is that?
It's like,
A hot beef injection.
it's like a handheld automatic syringe. It's loaded.
Oh, do I know what's in there?
No.
Oh, well, I guess I'll find out.
This would be really good right now.
Honey, it's all right. Here, take this medical supplies and heal me up.
So yeah, you're in this small hallway.
Do I happen to see smoke coming from anywhere?
No, there are no windows at this point that lead outside.
So there's 6 doors that we haven't checked.
5 doors you haven't checked.
Can I quickly check the doors in the hallway? Can I listen in to see if I hear anything coming out of them, or?
Yeah, if you go up to any of those rooms, you would see a woman in each of them in various states of mental instability. They're all broken. Their heads are shaved. They too are in nightgowns, and they are very mentally disturbed, it appears.
Are they missing fingers as well?
No.
No.
Just you.
All appear to be in some stage of pregnancy. And each room is also a different theme. So the room Janice was in was teddy bears. There's a rainbow room, a unicorn room. They just all have different themes.
Well, we'll definitely send someone back to get them, but let's keep moving. Can I check the room that was closest to my room, the smaller door? I want to listen in before I open it. If I don't hear anything, I'll open the door.
You don't hear anything, and if you go in, it's just a bathroom. It's got a little pedestal sink and a toilet.
And is there a towel?
There is no towel.
I don't think these guys wash their hands.
Give me a spot hidden roll as you're kind of checking out the bathroom.
That was a success.
You'd notice on the wall above the pedestal sink the outline of where a mirror should be. The mirror is not there. It seems to have been taken down.
All right, so then there's just one more door that supposedly will maybe lead out of here?
2 doors. One at the end of that hallway with all of the rooms with the women in it. And then there's the one at the end of the hallway that you're currently in, where the exam room and the bathroom is.
Well, I would have checked that door in that hallway with the women first then, because we were already there. Again, listening to see if I hear anything on the other side, and then opening it if I don't hear anything.
Janice is just gripping her lamp ever tighter.
You don't hear anything, and if you crack the door open and look outside, you see desert, sand, rocks. There are other buildings around. This leads outside of the building that you're in.
And is it daytime, or does it look like it's later in the same day?
It's midday. You're not sure how long you were unconscious for.
I am going to go back and check that last door, again, listening to hear anything on the other side. And I'm assuming that guy's still trying to break down the door.
He's just banging on the door, but there's no one around to hear him, so.
Before going back to check that, it's like, Wallace, please, can we just leave? Let's just go, please.
Honey, what if there's something cool in that last room?
He like slaps him. This isn't fucking Scooby-Doo.
Dear, I only have 1 hit point. Be careful what you do.
I'm sorry. I just want to leave. Please.
Honey, it's one more door. Just gonna check one more door. It's fine.
So if you go up to that last door, we will need a listen roll. It's easy to pick up. You hear what sounds like more than one voice, and they appear to be bickering back and forth. Not in panic mode. It's like they're having a conversation, but they're just like bickering.
Yeah, no, let's get out of here. We're not bothered with that last door. Sure, that's probably more trouble than it's worth. We gotta find our. Oh no. Yeah, no, Jack's probably dead.
No.
Honey, you know just as well as I do that Jack's pretty much useless. I mean, Tim's got a chance, being a nurse and all, male as he is.
Not weird.
It's not weird.
So you go back to that door and you open it up enough to look outside. You see a number of buildings. To your left, you'll see just a massive wall. It has to be over 15 feet tall, adobe brick. It extends as far as you can see. Directly in front of you is another smaller building, and there's a door there. There appears to be maybe another building behind that building, a little larger. And if you look to your right, you'll see a smaller building a little bit further away. You would kind of expose yourself to being open if you attempted to get there. It is a little further away. And then diagonally across to your right is a large structure. It's actually a windmill, the base of which has a door you can go in. And if you follow it looking up, you'll see people strapped to the fans of the windmill, and they are on fire. They're burning and screaming. So I'll do a sanity roll from Janice and Wallace for seeing that.
Well, they definitely weren't going to send me there. I was going to the cooler.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 75. That's a fail.
Women always going crazy.
It's hysteria.
This is when I roll a 100.
Right. You still failed.
Yeah, I still failed. My sanity's a 55. All right, not great. How many until I get like a break? What do you have to lose?
A bout of madness?
Yeah,
I think it's a fifth of your sanity you have to lose.
honey, let's go behind this building where there's some shade. I'm gonna go to the closer one, and I just want to get like behind it to where like we're kind of covered.
You would essentially be between this massive wall and the building in kind of like an alley.
Were there any vehicles or anything nearby?
No, you did not see any.
All right. I'm just tailing them.
I know she's a bit hurt. Can I attempt a first aid on her?
You can with the materials that you've gathered.
Are you better at first aid?
Man, if only we had a nurse. No, my first aid is 30.
My first aid's 30 as well. Honey, we're meant to be. I'm going to attempt first aid on her to try and get her hit points up.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, honey, I suck at this. Feel free to try on me so that hopefully I'm not at 1 hit point.
It's almost like you guys need a nurse.
You know, I'm feeling pretty desperate. I could go for a male nurse right about now.
Told you it wasn't weird.
So with that, we'll leave you guys there, kind of tucked in the alleyway, tending to each other's wounds as much as you can, given the circumstances.
I will try to give him some first aid.
All right, yeah, you can make that roll before we do that.
No, 25. Mine's a 30. No. Janice like gets really mad. It was like, no, look. Oh, you're bleeding here. And like she's wrapping him up and like doing the like, see, that's how it's supposed to be done.
And the pills are supposed to be taken through the mouth, not anally?
It's not a suppository.
Oh no, you can take them anally.
So Wallace, you'll get 1 hit point back, and it's at this time too, Janice, while you're tending to his wounds, like got a pretty bad gash that extends his forehead down to his chin, kind of going across down his nose and across his cheek. Doesn't look too good. Looks like it needs some stitches.
Oh man, I hope we can find Tim. He might have to patch you up a little better.
Yeah, I am desperate enough for that.
We'll stop over to Jack and Timmy once more. You guys have successfully escaped the prison cell. As you guys step outside and you lock the door behind you, you'll see directly in front of you, you're staring directly at the base of that windmill. And if you look up, you too would see burning bodies strapped to the blades of these windmills. And I'll ask the same a sanity check from both of you.
Man, I've heard of Burning Man, but this is a bit much.
It's practically the same thing.
Burning men.
It's burning men.
Hallelujah.
I got a 19. I'm good.
Yikes.
That's my sanity.
Your sanity's a 45, dude. You're not having a good time.
I feel like because I'm such a compassionate person being in the medical profession, I think just the sheer shock people would do something like this kind of catches me really off.
Yeah, and the windmill is very tall, but you can hear the faint screaming coming from up there.
But it's like a roller coaster. It's like, ah, ah, ah.
You hear once it is the guy like, wee.
Jack's looking at it like, man, that sucks.
So yeah, Jack, you're gonna take just the 1 sand loss on the success, and Timmy, you're gonna take 4, just like Wallace.
Ooh,
Yeah, rough.
okay.
I have ridiculous amounts of sand, so like I don't even care.
But yeah, so you see the windmill in front of you. To your left, you'll see a smaller building with no apparent entrance. You can't see a door at all. Then to your right, there's a small building, smaller than the cell you were in. And that building is kind of close to the cell, but on your right. You can't see a door to that one from where you are. Further down on the side of the windmill, there's some other buildings and structures, some small, some large. And you also see the wall behind all of these structures to your left and to your right. It appears that all of these buildings are inside of some sort of compound or walled-in area.
So that wall, does it look like it's scalable, or is it just like too sheer?
It's pretty flat. It's like old clay, like wall.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I just wanted to double check, see if like it looked like there might be like some loose cracks and stuff like that we could maybe.
It's old and crumbly, but there's nothing really to grab onto, and even if you tried, it would probably just break off.
Hey, we can dig through it.
Possibly, depending on how thick it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't like recognize any of these landmarks. Like we didn't see a windmill when we were driving around town or a huge adobe wall.
No.
Well, that's not great.
Probably should have toured the town a little bit.
They must have vehicles somewhere, so we should try to look for something that looks like a garage, maybe.
Yeah, are there like roads here between these buildings or?
Nope. It's just one big open area with like a bunch of buildings in it.
Do we see anyone else coming out of buildings?
Nope. You don't see anybody. That doesn't mean there is nobody else here or around. You don't know how many people, if any, are here. I mean, you've encountered a couple, so, there's obviously people here, but you don't know how many or where they are, but you don't see anybody right now.
I want to see, maybe we can have like a round 2 of me boosting Jack up to see over by the wall and see maybe he can get like a look around to see where we are.
Yeah, how tall is the wall?
He said about 15 feet.
Oh, 15?
I said like 15, but it is taller than that. Damn. It's very tall. It looks like it could have like a guard tower like attached to it as well. I mean, you don't see one, but like that's the kind of wall this is. It's a very large wall.
All right, never mind. Yeah, I guess we're gonna like scooch around the closest building. I guess look for like an opening.
As far as the closest building, it's going to be that smaller structure next to the prison cell.
Yeah, I want to stay low, crouching down, and stay as much into the shadows and out of sight as possible. And I want to like check it out, see if we can find anything useful in there.
Well, at that, if you guys want to end it there before we start opening up any more.
Any more doors?
Yeah. You guys have escaped your confinements, at least.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woo-hoo.
Hey everyone, this is Josh from 5DRPG. Just asking that if you like what you heard on this session, give us a like and subscribe for more tabletop role-playing goodness. Let us know in the comments what we should be playing next, whether it's a D&D module, one-page RPG, or something completely different.